Hola, hello, I am Pepe the King Prono Guy.
Oh, that's so f***ing cool. And that's how we completely destroy a power board on a Leader 120. Nice.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the 2018 version of the GT-R90 by Diatone. I don't usually show boxes, but this one came in a pretty decent box, so I figured I'll show you what you're looking at because it is a premium model, so you do pay a little bit for it, more than normal, but it's a good model and it's coming in a nice box. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside of this guy. So there it is, 2018 GT90. We got a little card here about safety that goes along with it. You'll be able to check that out if you buy one. We got a little pack of stickers. We're going to go ahead and throw them up here on our shameless plug area. And we have the quad itself. And underneath the quad is a box full of goodies. We'll show you that. First, the quad is zip tied into the box, so you're going to have to go ahead and take your side cutters and cut him out of the box. It's a little chop and it'll be out. But let's take a look at what we got inside the secret box underneath. So what we got inside of here is that's right, one set of props and prop guards. They are junk props. Throw them in the garbage. Don't even bother with them. Don't even put them on. Then we have a bag of essential goodies that goes along with it. We've got a little handful of longer zip ties. I won't be using those, but I'll save those for my bigger quads because it's a little too big. Some strap that I don't know, again, not going to use that, but we'll use it for something, tying on a GoPro or something. We've got a battery plate. We've got some spare parts for the plastic on the back of it. I'm going to use the G&D battery. We'll show you that later. We've got a spare XT30. I'm not sure why. And we have some bottom plate screws that go along with it. And we have our motor screws. And there are 2 extra motor screws in there that come along in this pack. So let's get this thing out of our way. So let's take a look at what this baby comes with. We've got a G1 Sniper CCD camera. We've got a flight control that's a Fury F4. We got a 4-in-1 ESC. That's D-Shot 600. Got Edge Racing motors at 1104 6000 kV and a TBS Unify. That's right, 800 milliwatts.
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Our batteries will support up to 4S. It's recommended on 3, which is what I'll be running. Now mine came with a little broken screw. I don't know what that was about. Kind of shitty for 169 bucks. Well, up to 200. Other things about it is it's running a 2033 blade propeller that you're going to want to throw out and buy your own, and it weighs 70 grams. Bottom plate's 3 millimeters. Also note that 4 screws on the bottom hold the stack together, and if you tighten those, it messes with your VTX because you're allowing it to vibrate, and those are all set for anti-vibration. Other stuff about it is it has an attached voltage sensor, which is kind of nice. It runs right there by your battery to give you the information. It's a P&P model, so you're going to have to put your own receiver on there. I'm going with the FreeSky XM Plus. We're going to mount that on the top and throw some rabbit ears at it. Now here we have it all together with the shitty props that they gave us. Again, do not use those. Mine are on the way. I got some gym fans coming that are going to replace these. Many people have different choices about what you should do there. I'm not going to use the prop guards. It's just not even worth the time, and I won't be flying this inside anyway. I bought it for outside. So while I got you, shameless plug, don't forget to sign up to be part of the giveaway for the Leader 120. I'll put a link to that in your upper right hand, and you can also find links to that in the comments below. Now, one of the things I didn't like about this is these props get really close to the wiring, and are dangerously close to cutting those wires, and I'm not sure why they didn't solder from underneath. It's very strange. And the camera itself, you really can't get a big angle with it. Now, I'm okay with that because I don't use big angles, but you got about that much room to turn it back, and you may get up to 25 degrees 30 if you're lucky, but it does not have a lot of room to tilt back. That's one thing to note. Now, I switched mine out for an Airblade strap because I'm not going to use this, whatever the hell strap that was they got it. Airblade straps are just, I've found to be the best. Thank you, Nick Burns, for pointing those out to us because I can't claim credit for it. Nick has those, and they are wonderful. Now, any model you get, you want to make sure you just check out everything. Now, Diatone's a quality company; they put out quality product, and I didn't find anything loose on it, but I don't dare go up in the air without at least checking motor bolts, things like that, because I have had models where these things aren't tightened down and things try to fall apart on you in the sky. Now, remember that bottom plate screws, those four that are holding the assembly together, they're going to feel loose, but they're meant to be because they're on those anti-vibration pads. So you do not want to tighten those down. I did. Huge mistake. So don't do it. So I'm going to be using the G&B 550 80, supposedly 80C to 160C battery. It's a 3S. Now, the reason I love this battery for my micros is, as you can see, it comes with a JST and an XT30 connector and your balance lead. So I can buy plenty of these particular ones. They're at a good price. They last a decent amount of time, which you'll see in the flight footage. And I can use it on any model I got. I can use it on this model. I can use it on a Leader 120. It's going to fit on those two type of connectors that are most commonly used. Unfortunately, there's not like an XT60 on there, but you start pushing 4-inch and stuff or 3 inches when you get that. So you're going to want like 800 when if you do that. So I found that to be a great battery. And once again, Airblade, great battery strap. I didn't put the rubber on the bottom yet that they supply with to hold your battery onto the bottom plate, but that's the best solution. So we're gonna look at a little flight footage now. I'm having some problems with my VTX. I think it's because on this footage I screwed those screws down, and I'll let you know in the comments below what the solution is to this. As you can see, I'm getting these very weird staticky lines, and it wasn't the channel I was on or anything as I checked. So let's talk about how I do flight footage, well, especially if we're doing a review like this. Now, I used about, half a volt. Um, what I do is I bring it out and I gyro balance it. So what I do is go through a gyro calibration in the sense of I bring it up and I dial in the gyros to get a nice level hover. We do that simply right through our controller. We can point you to videos if you want to see how that's done right through your controller, where you don't have to go in and monkey around with Betaflight. So what I do that, go in, recharge the battery up. I come out, and that's going to give you pretty much, this is what this thing flies like out of the box, and give you, this isn't about some Ladrib footage or anything like that. We're just, taking it out. We're giving it a spin. I'm doing some punch tests. I'm doing some simple, acro stuff just to see how it's going to react to my PIDs and such. Now, they claim that this has been PID tuned for 3S, and I found that the PIDs that came on it were absolute junk. It was oscillating so hard that it couldn't be flown. So just on my gyro balancing, if you hit it at all, just little punch tests, I mean, it shook violently. So I think maybe those PIDs were for the 2017 model, because when I looked, they looked like they are ones that were there on the previous model. So I went ahead and put my normal PIDs that I use on everything on there, and as you can see from this, we got away with we got away from all that shaking we had going on, and things balanced out quite nicely. I still get some oscillation if I let it drop real hard, and you'll see that, but it's falling out of the sky. You're gonna get that sometimes. So anyways, it flew nice. It was very responsive. Everything seemed to handle. This is one battery, no edits, just out there flying and checking everything out. As you can see, moderately moving up the pace of speed and what I was doing with it, just to, as you would if you bought it and opened it and put your receiver on and took it out and was seeing how it was. Like, that's what you're seeing here from me, and that's what I plan to do. If you don't want to see that kind of footage and you want to see some fancy schmancy stuff, let me know and I'll just not show you what it looks like out of the box. But I think it's important for you to see what you'll get if you open the box and you just uh, fly it out of the box like this. So once again, let's do some shameless plugging. Don't forget to register to win the Leader 120. We're shooting for 1,000 subs. Not feeling it's gonna go that quickly, so don't be surprised if I'm thinking I'm gonna give it 1 month if and where we're at's where we're at, and we'll do the giveaway then, and then we'll just work on more giveaways to try to build up the following here, and hopefully you find this stuff useful that I'm passing on to you. Currently, I pay for all this with my own hard-earned money, and I'm just trying to pass this on to you guys and trying to help give some feedback to these companies that, so they know and they can start getting these products out for more than just a guy who knows how to solder himself to death. But look below for the links to all the things I mentioned. I will have links to all the products I'm using here. And don't forget to sign up for the contest. I know. Sign up for the contest. So make sure you read the rules. That's very important about the contest. And make sure you check out everything you need to do in order to have a chance to win. So once again, guys, appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.